Introducing your co-hosts, Chedda Mike, Lil Mattress, and Dave. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit.
Blocka. That's right. Hello and how you do? Welcome to episode number 28 of 3-piece and a biscuit. In case you missed it, give us a call, 203-941-0045. We are bringing it to you from the bucket, so fuck it, right? Whatever we say goes.
Yes,
I
y'all.
am just a driver, the rideshare idiot. You can follow me on Twitter, all types of social media. Just Google it. Big Brother will lead you in the right direction. Just creepy, crawly right into your area. But I'm not doing the show alone. As you heard, Dave's not here, but also in the show we have, gentlemen, introduce yourself. Who are you? What you do? What you
To
be?
your right or to your left, I don't know how you're looking cross-eyed, whatever. It's your boy Chedda Mike. You know what it is. Shout out to the YouTube, Google Plus, Squad, Supreme, Steam, Team. And who else we got out there? Oh, yeah, of course, Twitter. Check down below with the links. You know where it's at right now. Tell them.
Bars. I am Lil Mattress, spelled LILMATTRESS. Follow me on all social media at Lil Mattress, lilmattress.com. Hit up the clothing site, gbiclothing.com. Greatness.
Oh, yeah.
GreatnessBlindsIgnorance.com, GodBodyIlluminati.com.
Got some goods for y'all.
All that. Check out the other podcasts that I do. Cheap plug. Watermelon versus Pumpkin. That's watermelonversuspumpkin.com. WVPshop.com. Hit us up here at this hotline, 203-941-0045. Call or text.
Do it.
As always, it's free. It always will be free.
Always.
Let us
Free
know about
plugs.
your podcast that you do.
It's for the community, y'all.
You know, we'll do a little share for share, shout out for shout out. Anything that we're on, man, if you're looking at us on YouTube, hit like, share, subscribe, and please get the word out there. Let us know what's up. We'd appreciate it.
That's right, so gentlemen. Interesting week. It was a bit of a blur. It's all still kind of the same,
Always
but
is, right?
I guess kick things off. What was one of the big things? Let me see. What do we have going here? Are we excited about national news, local news, some entertainment news? Did do my driving. Had a couple deadlines in sports, starting a camp and stuff. What do you think? Crypto popping? What do you want to start?
Oh, man.
Let's see what happens. Let's see.
Well, with the number 28.
28 in greatness. Sports stars. How about
Yeah.
sports stars? Throw it back
Episode
to
28 to who? Marshall?
Marshall Falk.
Shout out Marshall Falk.
Yeah.
San
number
Diego State
28.
University, for those who don't know, right?
He
Drafted
was
by
a
the
beast. What was that? Madden? I don't know.
drafted by the Colts.
Yeah.
But his best
I thought
years
you
were
meant
with
college.
Rams.
the Rams. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Lethal back, but yeah, in all the Madden
Madden
games, he was dope.
2003, man. I
Yep,
used
you
to
know?
kill it with Falk.
And
all
yeah,
day.
anything with Falk in his prime. Was a big Edgerrin James fan, but he was 34, so we'll shout him out on episode 34. Chad Curtis, the championship Yankees. He had that grit. I don't know if you guys remember Chad Curtis.
Shout
No,
out.
he was a little gritty guy.
Was he a pitcher?
No, he was a left fielder. Played for
Yeah, I
the
don't
Texas
remember.
Rangers, but definitely when he came across the Yankees, he bloated. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely drinking the juice,
Hey.
drinking that Bronx water.
He made it out just in time.
Chuck
though.
Knobloch crew, you know what I'm saying? Prior, this
Ooh,
is
Chucky.
pre A-Rod, actually.
Knobloch.
Sam Cassell, right? Oh, he wasn't Mr. Big Shot. That was
Everybody
Chauncey
thought he was an
Billups.
alien.
Yeah, Sam
Everybody
Cassell.
thought he
Yeah,
was an alien.
he was Roger from the other show.
American Dad?
Yes, yeah. Sam
But
Cassell and
seriously,
Roger.
what if he was an alien?
Oh, he is,
I
because they're
respect him,
here.
man.
Like Men in
Oh,
Black,
well,
there
yeah.
was some truth.
Yep.
Like we
Yeah.
drop knowledge.
Galaxy Defenders.
The human genome's been
Hold
split
back!
a couple
Don't
times.
tell him yet.
I know.
Keep him.
Y'all ain't ready
It's
for
too
that.
early. We haven't even reached
Later,
5
later,
minutes.
later.
We haven't even opened a slice of cheddar on you yet.
That's true. That's true, for real.
All right, but episode 28. Also, Woodrow Wilson was the 28th president. What do we
Yes.
remember about Woodrow Wilson?
Double dub.
Yes.
Not much. I initially thought that he was, Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
Maybe
Dennis the
Mr.
Menace.
Wilson from Home Improvement, you know,
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
fence.
yeah,
You can never
Wilson
see
over
his
the fence,
face.
you know?
Tool
And-
time.
And it's a name for a lot of pet dogs.
Wilson, yeah,
Wilson, or,
he was
or Woodrow.
and volleyballs. If you ever deserted
Yes.
on a beach, Wilson
Yeah. Wilson.
would be your go-to name.
Subliminals.
Put
they
the
might be telling you
handprint on 'em.
something.
Yeah.
What's this about the 28th Amendment, though?
I'd have to pull it
curious
up. I
about
don't
this one.
recall. It has to do something with
Episode
voting.
28, we got to get legal with it. The law.
Let's see.
Speaking of law with Trump, national, I think
Breaking
it
the
connects
law,
with
breaking
something
the
with
law.
the Supreme Court and Mueller and
Well,
not
it
with
all
Mueller and the
ties.
Supreme Court, but
We got Mueller
I
going
don't know
on.
if y'all heard on the Twitter moments. We know how Trump goes crazy and he likes to get access
Yeah,
to
see,
the
we're-
American public.
We're weekly though. He hits you with like 7, 8 a day. We can't.
He's,
So
he's definitely at least 8 a day.
yeah.
I'm actually gonna. That's a good one to look.
That's
Is
why
he
I'm
still
saying it
doing
makes
that
it tough to.
nighttime?
He does it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder: is it really him?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I
because
wouldn't be
you know
surprised.
when it's really his words, and you know when it's
Nah,
okay.
I don't. Well, here's the thing. We assume a
says
pattern
sad,
of his words.
Official.
Certain things, yeah.
Stamp
But see, I think caps are the misleading thing about it. I think caps is the big thing.
yeah.
What was it in caps or not, and what was in caps determines, I think, maybe
If
what,
there's
what
a
was,
way
what was
to
big.
capture Trump's tone in a cap, that'd be the best app.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, yeah.
You see where I'm going there? Steam team, come on, let us know.
App it up.
I mean, actually, 20th Amendment just really had to do with, I don't know if anyone's familiar with, Citizens United and the Federal Election Commission, and basically about equal citizenship and representation as far as, systematic corruption within the voting system.
Okay, so that's
Well, good.
very
We got
important.
that solved.
That's very important.
So, but it's funny because
You didn't know, now
talking
you
about tying it into a national thing too. Wanted to bring up, and let's see how long we can kind of take it or your thoughts. But Jeff Sessions, right? You know, the Attorney General.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
basically,
JJ.
Attorney General's the biggest cop in the land. Like that's who he is.
It's been a lot of flack on him for people thinking he's not doing his job.
Or some people think doing too much, but one of the
In the
interesting
wrong-
things
yeah,
he just
wrong
he
direction.
just did was he's setting up the Religious Liberty Task Force, and it's going to be interesting what these people are going to be assigned to do. But what are your thoughts as far as like
I'm
what
curious on
should
what their assignments are.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like what are you?
That
If anything,
sounds-
I would appreciate if they checked into a lot of religious people or
That's what I'm saying. Whose religion are you? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing I want to get at. Like, if you just at least check the nonprofits because they don't pay taxes, so just at least check.
Neither
to see
is
what
our
they're doing.
president, though. So what's?
Well, we're talking about religious
Yeah.
liberty, so.
But no, but this,
that's
but
a
yeah,
later
but what's
subject if you want
but
to get on
I'm
that.
saying the who's I think you're about to tie into like whose religion like what like
Say the name again of what is
the
what it's
Religious
called?
Liberty Task Force.
Like that sounds straight out of South Park. Like that sounds straight out of South Park.
It's straight out of Jeff Sessions' mouth, though.
That's fucking wild.
And you know, it's
But has he?
The
explained anything
Religious
else? Like,
Liberty Task Force, right?
yes,
but
yeah,
but,
yeah.
but
So
now,
let's-
now check this. Has he said a second sentence?
Yes,
Like,
oh, absolutely.
okay.
absolutely.
No, I just was making sure that it wasn't like we're starting a space army.
Yeah.
Well, that's,
Period.
that
You know what I mean?
happened in
So, like,
1950.
What's the
Religious Liberty Task Force.
That was in 1950.
Yeah.
Actually, in 1999, 98, people didn't know about Majestic 12 out there. I know some of y'all do. If y'all do, holla back. But they had the vote to let the world know, full disclosure, by 2015, 16, or 17. Hence the
Or
reason why
18.
possibly Trump is involved. We all know the president's always involved, but he's giving the full
burn.
disclosure to extraterrestrials and aliens, two separate things.
Yo, right
For
when
y'all
they're
that
about
believe-
to, when they're about to fucking impeach him out of office, he's gonna walk out of the White House
told you.
hand in hand with a fucking alien and be like,
No, no, but he's not going to be Mexican. No, but I think he's no. Remember, I think I said it
It's gonna be
before. Like, I think that Trump is like, well, who is it? Krang? Who was Krang from the Ninja Turtles?
Yes,
Turtles,
the brain.
Yeah. For
brain.
some reason, I think that there's a Krang inside of Trump.
Yep.
You know,
Well, there's been a Krang crash on this planet in 1940s and 50s. They called him the J-Rod. I don't know if you ever heard this story.
was he one of the early African Americans to play basketball, or
the shortstop for the Yankees.
yeah. That's the child. You're
Guys,
talking.
get with me
You're
here.
talking about.
Talking from a different
You're
fucking
talking about
celestial system.
when A-Rod and J-Lo have a baby
That's his son's name. Is J Rod.
of the team that they own. When Mexico is officially a state,
And
Anybody
he,
that
he
has-
had the most home
playing
runs
in the
and
Super
triple
Bitcoin Bowl.
RBIs. And
Anybody that has a first name that begins with J, that's what they call their penis.
J-Rod, right? Yeah.
Baby, you ready for the J Rod?
that's just a little biscuit for y'all.
That's the best.
Google J-Rod and you'll know the rest.
No, but
Hashtag
alien
J-Rod.
J-Rod though, right? You still
Oh,
need
easily.
yeah, you need some commas in there like
Easily,
alien,
easily.
like not just J-Rod, because you might end up
Easily.
seeing something that Little Mattress is referring to. Make sure you have your settings properly.
Exactly.
You know,
Properly
but
vetted.
where were we going? Oh, Religious Liberty Task Force. So I think there's a lot to read.
Which
Maybe-
makes me, which religion is it? Or is
That's so unfortunately what
going,
superseded the population in the searches was people's speculation on what it should be, and what he said was a lot to read, and we only do a 60-minute show.
I'm all about the liberty part until the religious part takes it over.
Well, yeah. So let's see. But so the ironic part about it is the person who is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's definitely has a a religious. There's a team that he horse in a race, whatever that saying is. So that should be interesting. What else? National news. What else did Mr. Magadabadoo do?
Well, not him, but there is talk of should we abolish ICE? Is that a proper?
Well,
plan?
yeah. So that was brought up by the
What
winner.
do they do? Does anyone even really know what they do? And how come if they do what they do,
do we need them, right?
or is it being in the light like, hey, look, we actually do something?
Yeah. So I guess how all of this kind of came about was I had mentioned before about the young lady. I can't think of her name. But she had won the big seat in New York, and she's a Democratic Socialist. And part of her platform and what she was saying is the abolishment of ICE. And part of it was it's more of that sympathetic liberal part about it. But there are some liberals that kind of not liberals, but libertarians or even anarchists that might put it to a point of like
Close to
really
the same
what
thing.
what are they looking for why do we really need them?
Out of all the programs, though, which program do you think we can cut off the list to save money?
I guess. Well, so,
Okay,
So
top
wait,
three.
First, okay.
Would ICE
when you
be on
say
it?
all program, well,
Like I'm including NASA because that's my number one. So
Now, do you mean programs as in
you're
like
talking like alphabet
the
programs,
yeah,
like
yeah,
NSA, FBI,
all,
CIA.
all American programs.
But what
Yeah,
I'm
see,
saying, or
top
do you
top
mean-
3 or 5.
Or do you
See,
mean to
that's
cut into
unfair 'cause I
programs
had
like?
something-
For me, it's like food stamps.
Yeah, we don't need
Okay,
children to
but
read
that-
or fed, so
That would fall under one main program, though. So that would be under the Department of.
agriculture, I believe. Because here's what I wanted to get to, and I wanted to bring up one time because we were leading to it, and I did a little DYOR on it, and
Dior,
I found
baby.
I wanted to ask you guys a similar question.
love that fragrance.
There are 13 major people want to call them basically alphabet organizations.
Okay.
And they fall under kind of what we're talking about. Like
The
NASA's one of
Majestic
them.
13.
You know,
Majestic 12. Don't fuck with them. They'll find you. They're out there publicly too, but
like publicly, like traded on the internet, like you can.
no, like publicly they're in their like
Dicks out for a
the
run,
main
they're out
leader
there.
is like an admiral. The other, some people that are actually in it right now. Henry Kissinger.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Dick
those.
Cheney.
Yeah, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah. The people that go to Bohemian Grove and worship the owl.
Yeah,
Yeah, remember when Dick Cheney shot his friend in the face, and all anyone could ever say is, "Yo, you crazy for that one, Dick?" And that was it.
That was straight
How
up
cool was that?
murder for free.
How
He's
cool
like,
was that shit? Where he's just
he's
like,
like, I
"Boom!
run the
Oh
road."
shit! We'll be alright."
Yeah. So,
unless he was shooting an
well, no,
alien.
actually, I don't think. I think he was. I think he's followed up by, "Is your answer still no?"
Right.
But there was a couple chuckles. I believe when
Yeah.
that thing went down.
Yeah, you damn
know?
right.
That shit
You
was
damn right.
crazy.
So
Shout out to Dick letting the hammer blow.
yeah.
Shit.
Oh, what else? You know what we didn't touch on? Brought me to a Dick Cheney. But what's your think of that Sacha Baron Cohen show that came out? I believe it's 2 or 3 episodes in right now.
Yeah.
Who is America?
Or This Is America.
This Is
no,
America?
No, it's not This Is America. I think you got it
Who?
right.
Is this the woman
Who
that
is
they're trying
America?
to pin collusion with?
No. Easy,
No.
easy now.
This is
That's
a
not-
joke.
No.
This is a joke
Yeah, hold
show.
on one
The,
second. Yeah, let us. Yeah, we'll tell you a little bit
Borat.
about the show.
Fucking,
Yeah.
Oh,
what's
okay.
his name?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
He did Borat. He did LEG.
Bruno.
and a couple of, Bruno. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
He put together a show where he dresses up. And once again, shout out to him and for first off exposing just how fucking stupid people are. That like I see the guy and I'm like, that's Sacha Baron Cohen.
I know.
How the fuck
I
don't
know.
you get this?
Let me pull you up a video. While I talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
this.
thinking
And
of
but
this.
but
There's-
now he's going to
No, hold
our
it's a
politicians
Yes. Yeah.
and fucking them over, like just doing the
All
one,
right, so
the one.
so he got dressed up.
So
as
you
what
remember
now?
Ali G,
Just
right?
as a-
Yeah, no,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
okay, so
I-
here,
he
so I'll
just
tell
got
you.
dressed up as another character.
Yeah, so
I know
there's
who you
one.
guys are
So
talking
there's
about.
one character that he does.
I mistakenly confused the name for something else that's going on
Yeah,
in
yeah.
politics.
Okay. But the character that he does, he talks to guys, he talks to congressmen, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he gets them to endorse the stupidest things under the guise of like, similar to Ali G.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
But
you're
so I
stupid.
guess, so did you watch just
I saw
clips
one clip.
episode?
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw one clip, and like basically what he's doing is he gets a redneck backwoods politician that works for the government, whatever. But he is a politician that like can introduce laws and stuff like that. I don't know exactly who the guy is, but he wants to teach him self-defense against terrorists. So he's like, when a terrorist comes to grab you, the biggest word is to say the N-word as many times as you can. Say the N-word as many times as you can. And then this politician, and he's like, all right, we'll practice it out. So when I grab you, you just say it. He grabs him. Politician just starts screaming the N-word,
Yeah.
the real N-word,
Yeah.
the offensive word to black people
With
over
conviction,
and over. And then the guy's just like, you yell no as many times as you can out loud, not the N-word. And like he's just showing like how fucking stupid people are of like inside of our government of like, how did I just get you to scream the N-word 12 times? Like word?
He does it in a different character. Okay, I'll tell you two different. In a different character, he gets a guy to do a complete endorsement for a puppy pistol. Okay, that's dressed up as like so it's
for little kids to take to school.
Because saying
for
like
kindergartners to take to school.
Like a lot of people say that what I'm saying, like 8's too young, and he's saying I'm telling you that 4 is the right age, and these guys are like I agree, and they do the video. But then there was the funny
not
part
really
though.
Thinking things through.
No, you have to see because they're cutting promos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're not just would you just say these lines for me?
Which goes to show the state we're in.
But what I found interesting though was did you see the Bernie Sanders one?
I didn't know.
So he goes to get over on Bernie Sanders, and he's pretending to be like a conservative. He's in a chair. You know what I'm saying, that he has to get around. And Bernie asks him, he's just like, do you have any type of disability? And he's just like, no, I just like to conserve my energy. So. But it's. You get your laughs, but some of them are so cheap and guilty. Like you know what I'm saying, like the part with the congressman where he's just like just scream. It's So
it's one of those you can't believe that these fucking people are running the country, and that's why it's called "Who Is America?" of just like. Holy fuck! These are the people that are in charge.
And and here's my crazy part. Like my take, and it's kind of maybe eye opening or maybe not eye opening. Jaded, but whatever. But I'm like, this guy's not even American, and he's like kind of like putting us out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of having a laugh at our like, yes, we are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't always agree with everybody.
Much
but
needed for
I
the
do,
human
I am
race
proud to be
beyond
American.
anything. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you need to get smacked in the face as a kid to wake up.
No, but that's what I'm saying is some of the people what I think is it's not that he has a target, but I think maybe his target may appear to be towards conservatives. Because I guess maybe liberals don't realize either when they're getting beat up on, or you know what I'm saying, like
it's probably both the side and the generations. Because look at the people in there. Like, these are people that live through those.
I don't see it as a straight down the middle show. I definitely think he favors. You know what I'm saying? Favors a media base, and if you want to say liberal based media.
Well, and you need to remember, even though he's not an American, he's a member of Hollywood, and what's Hollywood?
Yeah,
all fucking liberals. You know what I mean? So. He's, of course, over on that side. And but in my opinion, you could do it to any politician. He just chooses this particular sect. But it was kind of big news because he got Sarah Palin, like, really bad. I haven't seen the footage. I don't know what it is.
I could tell you some stuff about that.
I remember it was big news because she was just like, no, they didn't do this, and blah, blah, blah. And then he was just like, it's all on tape, baby. Chill.
Yeah, so he got her, and she kind of says, like, and she has a point, kind of like what I was saying, like, wait a minute, this guy's kind of, he's making us look bad. He's not even American. But one of the funny things that I saw was I heard that she was acting kind of, I guess unsavory for a woman towards the end when she realized that the gig was up, and she's like, I want out of here. I believe she happened to do the interview like, somewhere maybe in Alaska or somewhere far away.
Where you can see Russia from.
Because of her behavior, they chose to, somehow she ended up at the alternate airport, which is, a bit of an inconvenience, which I just kind of found like a ha-ha in a situation like,
you're in our time.
Really got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, so you'll get some laughs, but at the same time, like maybe you watch it twice, like watch it just for like blind laughs, and then be like, wait a minute, is he trying to say something in here?
I think he is. I think it's like there's the very funny part, and then there's the like, holy shit, we're just laughing at ourselves and our own system that's so fucked up, and like the people in charge are so stupid. Like me, sometimes at my job, I'm just like, yo, this coworker's a fucking idiot, and then I'm like, we get paid exactly the same. Fuck, I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Like. It's
real quick, actually, if you have an idiot, a coworker that you want to put on blast, let us know. Right, we have a number here, 203-941-0045.
Call or text.
Love to hear about it. Hope you are enjoying the show.
Let us know.
Episode 28, 3 Piece and a Biscuit. I am the Rideshare Idiot, just a driver. Check it out, therideshareidiot.com. The site is completely not done, so you'll enjoy it the most. Give me some ideas. Tell me what you think.
Get what you can out of it.
Yeah, just a little jibber jabber, you know what I'm saying? How about you guys? Speaking of jibber jabber, what about Buzz Aldrin? Is that jibber jabber or is it true?
No, let's break it out. I'm gonna shout out really quick to the place where I found it from. It's a shout out to on YouTube channel called Odd TV. But it's a clip of Buzz Aldridge. Did I say that right?
Nope.
Aldrin.
Yeah, with the N.
Aldrin.
Drin.
Yeah. He been grinning most of his life since he has to, he has a secret oath that
Yo,
he has to
he's
uptake
throwing
to.
hands over that oath.
Yes,
He's throwing
yes.
hands
But,
over that
now
oath.
late in age though, he threw these hands.
yeah.
Late, he did
Nothing
become a
against
cloud
the
guy,
man, except for lying to America for many years. But he finally came clean to an 8-year-old little girl, and she asked the question of how come we never been back to the moon, and pretty much he just basically says, well,
He was mind blown
because-
at first though. Admit
he was
like,
he was
yeah.
like, fuck. He's
But
like,
no,
God
he
damn it,
said-
I'm gonna die in 2 weeks, and I want my conscience to be fucking clean.
No,
That's
So
the
let me
type-
tell this 8-year-old because I don't got a cell phone to put it up to stop the Illuminati.
Exactly, and it just poured out of him.
No, but first
It
he
poured
had
out.
Kid,
said,
the innocence of the
kid
children.
took
He
it out. The kid
couldn't.
took 'em.
He couldn't
but
keep
first
it on.
he said to her, "This is not a question from an 8-year-old." So that was the thing to where he was cognizant enough to know
That
you are not asking me.
Going
this
back to the
question.
2-week
he's fucked.
point, he knew that somebody came in and said,
Yep.
this was the
He knew a
question.
week ago someone came into his room planning.
It wasn't a
cancer on
fortune
him.
cookie. Fortune cookie. He ate the cookie, saw it, said, "You got
Yeah.
cancer," like 8-year-old style.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to Buzz though for telling the truth finally that we've never been to the moon. If you believe that or not, look it up. Go to IT or just type in what Buzz Aldridge interview.
Just listen.
Yeah.
Aldrin.
Yeah, we tell you DYOR.
Yeah. Because
you
that's
never
the thing
been
is,
to the moon.
so I got taken down from a couple of different sites and stuff like that. But literally on YouTube, Google, on YouTube, search Buzz Aldridge interview, and it'll be the first 4 or 5 things that pop up. Like you can definitely see it. It's pretty interesting, and he goes even a little bit more into. It's kind of it's an old man kind of just spewing out the truth, and I don't know if maybe he doesn't even understand he's being recorded or filmed or anything like that.
Yeah.
It might just have gone in that tunnel vision, and he says some pretty interesting stuff, which like how the world kind of needed that hope at that moment,
At that time.
Yeah,
and how after it happened, he noticed signs when he came back that said "We did it," even though it wasn't Americans necessarily holding up
It
that
was the
sign.
human
As a
race.
world,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
a race, we all did it together.
But
so,
this starts leading you if you want to look, because no one could tell you what to believe. You really got to find it for yourself and want to see it for yourself. Okay, so this leads to people be thinking back in the World War II time when you see all these movies about the Germans having UFO power and all that. There was
Yeah.
a low-tech war and a high-tech war. America won the low-tech war.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
high-tech war was won by Germany, and they actually did have these type of crafts.
Indiana
And
Jones.
When you research your own shit, I don't even want to tell you the rest. Just if you really want to know the answers, you'll look. If you don't, then you'll live your life continuing to make jokes and who cares and yada yada yada. You'll be a fucking sheep for whoever, but at the end of the day,
Dior, baby.
So that was a really interesting one for the conspiracy.
But it was the second time they were talking about, because that was the 8-year-old incident, and then do you remember he got into the fist fight? The guy was almost like 20, 30 years younger. That's another clip that's probably
yeah.
still up there. A guy asked
I
him,
know there was a guy walking around with a Bible telling them all to put their hand on the Bible and swear that they've been to
Oh,
the moon,
yeah?
and not
Yeah.
one would fucking put their hand on the Bible.
See, that's weird to me too, because it's a fucking book. Like literally, you could do that shit and it wouldn't matter. Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
all in
It's
your
just-
head though.
yeah, for the
If
next
they
person, but
believe
then they'll
in
break it
that
down. They'll be like,
soul-
well, look at his hands and his eyes, and you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot to the hand on the
No,
book.
no,
It's-
and I'm
It
not
might
saying
be easy
like
to
just
some though. I feel you.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, because I'm not saying if somebody runs up to you to just do it. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if I went to court and I had to swear on a Bible, shit wouldn't matter to me. Like, I'd be like, cool, I'm black.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
have-
I mean?
yeah, I have
right
my
off
story-
the bat of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna lie. It doesn't matter. Exactly. Yeah, that exists.
Oh my goodness. This is too funny, but I totally feel where you're coming from on the
Yeah.
analogy of
But
things.
because then that's also like, to me, that's a crazy person to be running around of like, put your hand on this book, and that means that you have to tell the truth. And like, calm down, Harry Potter. That doesn't mean shit. But you were saying, because I do remember that there was a man much younger and being way too aggressive and
Yeah,
like,
but-
trying to get the microphone like in the guy's face. Like, you never went. We know you never went.
He
And
wants the
then,
Alex Jones fame to get
Yeah.
banned later,
Yep. And then he threw that overhand right on him.
Yep.
That old man overhand right.
Get out of here.
But the thing is, though,
Mind power.
The thing is,
Like
he's
when he throws the punch, but he also falls.
yeah.
somehow.
Well, that's what I was just about to say, because he's much older. If you look at the angle, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's okay. So did Buzz have to throw the punch? No, but when he went to retaliate, it did look like elder abuse, but it was just Buzz on Buzz like violence. You know what I'm saying? He was only hurting himself by trying to throw the punch.
Yeah.
But yeah,
When it was phone on vibrate violence, just bzz, bzz.
that's lesbian shit. Buzz on Buzz violence. Well, actually, brought up. Wanted to tie it into talking about Alex Jones' ban. You guys didn't hear about it. I mentioned it's again sounds like big news at first, but does tie into big news. But there was an Alex Jones ban on I believe YouTube again, not the first time.
Yeah,
but this was not to everything. It was his personal account. But
now is it a suspension or a ban?
I believe it's like 90 days or something.
Okay.
Which one is that? It's a suspension, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's a test to see what people are reacting to.
Well, here's part of it is a test because our president, our commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, did call out in caps talking about injustices towards, conservative media and all other type of social media platforms.
It has begun.
And with Facebook, who just could have said nothing, and I think the only reason they opened their mouth is because, like, Zuckerberg lost, like, $8 billion.
17.
Did you hear?
Yeah.
$17 billion? Okay. Maybe it was 18 then, 'cause I thought there was an 8 in it, but still billions of dollars, though. And I think it was like a panic move, and they decided to open their mouth and say, well, yeah, no, it's no secret that we're working on our algorithms, kind of left a blanket thing open, But again, there are some truths to, what the algorithms and search engines, find, because it won't be long before, as soon as you just punch in the number 3, our show will come up, so.
That's the truth.
No, but I'm telling you, man, it's in my personal humble opinion, Facebook is going the way of, the cattle, man. Facebook is that, for me, that's my parents' app now.
Well,
that's not my shit at all anymore. Like, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, but mostly I'm on Instagram. But like, my parents are the ones that are going crazy. Like, my mother is sharing picture of every lost dog around town and all that stuff.
It's now getting to the older.
That's not my
They talk
shit
about
no
the new ad thing. Now everything has an ad in it. So, but here's the other thing about it. You really can't. Facebook really can't grow unless there's more people. Because let's admit it, everybody has one. Some people got multiples. Some people have one and haven't figured out how to shut it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just accounts on top of accounts on top of accounts. So I think it only grows so much, though. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I think it's going to go the way.
To the point where the younger generation are getting tired of it. The older, like you said, are taking control of it. My question is, so the new generation now, what's that new thing that they're all into?
They're on Snapchat and shit like that.
Snapchat, Twitch. Twitch is, you have a lot of people sitting in there, we got to tie into this, but the Uber driver that was, he was arrested because he did live feeds that he twitched, he twitched his videos live, which is very, very, like I said, questionable, suspect thing, especially with some of the things that we're seeing. And
the driver did his videos live?
Yes, yeah.
Couldn't he say I'm the reason just for safety, though?
No, well, he should at least let the people in the back know that for safety. And by the way, like, all the subscribers are watching this, Well, yeah, there's a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll watch some, some rideshare drivers, and they'll say, like, by the way, do you mind being on my show? Or if you see videos posted, they'll blur it out and they'll be like, hey, look, don't let situations like this happen, and not put the individual on blast. But I found that interesting because with the live feed going on, that's really what got him in trouble. What was going on the live feed, and he seemed really, really anxious on a lot of his rides. He's like, oh man, I hope this shit has some content. Or one of the friends be like, oh well, at least your friend's is fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like,
which leads you to he might be on drugs too.
Well, not just drugs. Just fuck the drugs. He could just get high off of that creeper shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
or just that content and that dude. That like button is dopamine nowadays, man. That whatever he's on Twitch, I don't know what people do on Twitch, if they comment, if they can, whatever they do, every one of those is that little hit of dopamine, man. That how like sugar affects your brain the same as cocaine. That's that shit, man. That's that social media fucking. Oh my god, they give me a like. Oh, and like there's just that hit of fucking dopamine that people feel good on. And if you're doing Uber where you're making money, meeting new people, and you're twitching it, like, dude, you're coming from everywhere. You know what I mean?
I could totally understand if you need
your
shout
out to
phone.
all their drivers, though, because they all, you know what I'm saying, there's all types of hustles,
like Uber, Lyft. If you're using your phone, offer up, and like to make money and all that, great. But if you're one of those dudes, like you said, with the dopamine click, I can't remember the times when my phone would be broken and busted. I wouldn't have a phone for 3 weeks, and I felt so fucking
FOMO.
good.
Yeah.
FOMO was the original syndrome.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
But it's that missing out when you realize you don't need it and you feel good as fuck. And it's almost like, too, it's like when this thing is next to you, it's like the frequencies, man, they be fucking with you.
It really does. It really does.
Saw,
you see it.
A new interview with Denzel Washington where he was saying how people, we're addicted to it. And he was saying if you don't think you're addicted to it, just go a week without it. And I'm not saying go a week without your phone, because if you got to use it for business or whatever, just don't go on Instagram for a week. Don't go on Facebook, and see if you can actually do it, and see if you experience withdrawals from it. You know, like
try to go to sleep with it in a different room.
It's the ultimate entitlement. Just today, I was picking up a prescription, and one of the ladies, she wasn't helping me. She was in the drive-thru, but as soon as she went out of view, her phone rang. She looked at it, realized that she knew the number, happened to be her kids, and she talked to them for a little bit. Now I'm thinking, like, damn, if I was in the drive-thru, first of all, like, I was waiting on the other end, and the person that was helping me took a long time, but I saw that they were waiting longer, and you know how she like took the call and stuff, like. Not trying to shame her because you know I saw she took the call. Listening to it like her kids were having they didn't want to go to sleep at the time. It wasn't nothing bad, crazy. She handled her business, but. Again, what do you want to say? Like, the responsibilities of a mom and everything, but saying that the convenience of that phone, you know what I mean? Like I can, I remember when my nephew and my niece were born, I didn't have a cell phone. So I remember getting a call at work, you know what I'm saying? Like, and after the fact, like it was the second call that I got, or, you know what I'm saying? Just, the news of that way at work. But yeah, no, it's bad. I mean, as a driver, you know what I'm saying? You see them as far as pedestrians go, you know what I'm saying? You go at bar scene, you got everybody looking at the road. Maybe they're looking for rides and stuff, but still, everybody's
I can say, like, with complete confidence that I'm a, like, truly defensive driver. And, like, even the other day in New Haven, where I go and do the other podcast, she's pushing her fucking baby in the cart.
Yeah, looking at it, yeah.
And, like, not paying attention while crossing the street. And I'm just like, this is like a fucking comedy movie. It's like a Leslie Nielsen movie. You know what I mean? Did I just tell you my age? A fucking Leslie Nielsen movie, like Airplane and shit like that, where you're just like, yo, you're going to get fucking launched.
Yes,
like, you're just going to get launched and just be like and then if you landed and didn't die, you would, like, go on Facebook Live and be like, just got hit by a fucking car, y'all. And, like...
Surviving.
Hashtag surviving. Hashtag staying alive.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Hashtag don't know if my kid's okay. Like, just
seriously
dumb shit, man. People are so... And listen, I'm on my phone a good amount of time as well. I'm not saying that, but I will say that I can compare mine to overdose, where I'm not fucking just... every single second, every single day.
I think it will lead to this one day. Have you seen the movie Gamer?
I want to.
Well, it's like
boys have seen it. Yes.
Well, it's like Player One.
Oh, okay. No,
pretty much it comes down to the point you're gonna be a fat fucking slob on the couch not moving.
Well, that was Wally. You see Wally? Watch that. Your daughter's gonna be into that soon. Wally's similar to that. Yeah.
That and I think Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was one of like the same ones as well.
With Bruce Willis, have you seen Surrogate?
No,
I didn't see that one.
No.
Well, they all entail it's already in the near future.
It's just gonna be VR. Yeah. Everyone's gonna live in VR.
Yeah. Exactly. Which again, I'm not gonna mind because I'm not gonna be about it. So I will be one of the ones like whoever's not gonna be down with it, like follow us on whatever's going on at the time because we'll be watching.
When you're not in VR, you're in the real.
Yeah,
you know what's gonna be funny? It's gonna be like cow tipping. Like we're gonna be able to fucking
exactly.
Yo, how many houses will get robbed?
Well, I mean that's. I don't know.
I'm just going.
No, I'm just saying that's the answer to that question is evil is as evil does, But
you're not paying attention to your fucking natural surroundings.
Yeah, natural. Because that is a Black Mirror episode too, where dude goes to work, hates work all day, gets home, just puts it on, and he's a fucking god.
He took the DNA of his fucking people. Yeah.
But the kids have been going through this for there's at least a generation, and we're probably calling them millennials now. But they did this with the I don't know what was the predecessor to Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? But and not to call the Dungeons and Dragons
Sims
of people
and shit like that.
But exactly. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, where there was these
people the Sims
RPGs. Is it? You know what I'm saying?
Are the ones that are raising the millennials.
Say again?
It's like the people that love Sim like way back. They're actually the ones that are breeding the millennial with.
And another thing too that 100%.
I'm not technically saying.
No, that's 100% fact. Like I said, there's a strong truth to that one. And another thing that I agree with is a lot of the complaining that people are doing. They're really complaining about their own kids, which I find really ironic. You know what I'm saying? Like the people talking about damn millennial, your children.
That's usually how it is.
That's your kid though. Exactly. Which I find funny too though.
So what's the next term after millennial? Because they're what? Z, Y, what?
There was Generation X, Generation Y, Millennials, and then I'm not sure
what's the next one?
Probably extraterrestrial. That's where we're headed.
It's either going to be that or extinct.
What's
after millennials?
What's half man, half fucking machine?
Oh, it's going to be like that transhumanism shit.
Well, it's going back to Generation Z.
Is it? That's what I thought.
So, okay, we'll see. So research your Z movies because I'm sure, right? Was there a movie called Z, Planet Z?
World War Z?
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
The zombie joint.
Which is some
Are we
subliminal
still-
shot to what we are in a
Are
state
we
of right now.
still waiting for zombies, or the zombies here? Zombies have been a big push. I know Walking Dead had everything to do with it for about a 6-year push.
Zombies have kind of fallen off, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what is the next scare? Are we back to
Well, I think
back to
the
basics? The
Mission
minorities.
Zombie has been accomplished, so all that zombie shit's that's now soaked in
So
our
they
brain.
took away though. So the zombie thing you're saying is metaphorically saying
Zombie
the brain is
thing-
the zombie, but we're not like
the
missing
zombie
flesh.
thing would be like you being.
We're not quite Kuru. We're not quite
Yeah,
Kuru. Okay.
you're not exactly.
We're not Kuru
You're-
yet.
you
We're
d-
far
yeah,
from Kuru.
Exactly.
We're just
Or-
mentally Kuru.
No, physically.
No,
Physically.
physically would be the appearance of the zombie. I'm saying I think the zombie thing is happening in the head, not the
Exactly.
yeah.
Mentally. But-
Kuru of the brain.
And it's also like, well, that's on the negative side, but these people that think on the positive side, it's almost like, let's
Like
say,
a battery.
Let's say like you were 8
You
years
put your
old
tongue
and
on
shit,
it now.
and you got abducted by aliens, right?
Yeah.
And then they did something to you, but it's for the future of them to do something later. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the crazy
Yeah.
thought process.
That's an avenue. You wonder, yeah.
Who knows?
But so,
Bury the treasure and come back later.
But talking about Kuru, he mentioned Kuru. He said it a lot of times. It's popping right. Google
I think I have it.
Kuru and Clinton.
Google
See what
Kuru.
pops up.
And see if you can say Google Kuru 10 times fast. And if you can, record it for us, 203-941-0045. Drop that, just say Google Kuru, Google Kuru, Google Kuru,
Yes.
and we will play it on here, you know what I mean?
And,
And then we'll promote your podcast.
Words of wisdom by Elon Musk other day. What does this mean? Nothing is both real and imaginary. What's that mean to you guys?
the cocaine's good tonight. No. I don't.
He's been fucking with the lady too
Honestly,
much.
that sounds like, because you know how much people love talking after they inhale? That sounds like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Some Rick James shit.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I just thought of
And he thought of that. He's like, epiphany.
nothing is real and imaginary.
Nothing is both real and imaginary.
What was it reminds me of also the
But
Is that a riddle?
No, it's fake deepness. That's all that fucking is. That's fake deepness. That's shit that people that are too high would just be like,
is it
Yo,
some shit to
feel
get
you.
you
Nothing
stuck
is
on-
nothing.
Yeah.
There's some dimes that the
But it could be
people drop
something.
out there that
Exactly.
are just that lead you nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's one of those leads you nowhere.
And that's what
you
Musk
know?
does with all his projects.
He's out for self. I'm telling you, the
I know.
space program's gonna be great. Like
Musk
I
is
said,
a joke. I've been saying the whole time.
He's a space pirate. I think he's gonna go out there to try to get some the gold and stuff. Again, we're 28 episods in.
These people
consistent
talking about
with
going
what
to
we-
Mars when Buzz just said we never been to the moon. Get
Well,
the
here's a
bars
funny
out
thing
of
though.
here.
Someone else pointed out Mars with water. Do we believe in that?
Yeah, I heard about
Found
that.
water on Mars. Did the Mars? Now, what was the moon thing? Was Mars and the moon? The blood moon?
Well, the
What
blood
was
moon
going
happened.
on?
Just the blood moon was a whole big energy force field of
I
yeah.
got one of those.
Low frequency, a lot of blood gushing.
It was affecting my
Lotta-
rides for sure.
Yeah.
But if
It
you
affected
want to
my
believe in
life
that,
that
if
day,
you want to
man.
believe in that,
Well, yeah, exactly. If you do or don't, you're right.
yeah, but some people shake your chakras. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was
that was one of those, like, I haven't had that bad of a day in a while. And not
And we're talking
anything
about
that-
was it overall day or just driving?
overall day
Oh,
in
okay.
general.
All right.
Like, it was
Yeah.
just one of those, when everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally it got like to the end of my day. It was like 11:30, and I had to ask somebody if they wanted to do something on my T-shirt store, if they wanted to put their T-shirts up there. And it was literally like 11:30, night about to be over. Get this like 4-page email about how they don't want to, and I'm just like, and a very nice explanation, but
Yeah.
it was just one of those. And that's how we cap off the night. Okay, like it
Yeah.
was just one of those. Everything about the day just went wrong. Like trying to get to work. I work 11 minutes away from my house, and at 2 different points, there was traffic set up where you had to go into one lane. So it made like an 11-minute ride into like a 25-minute ride, and then 5 minutes late. And I'm just like, and that was like the start of the day, and it was one of those everything went wrong.
That's where like it reminds me of back in the past when I was in the military, where it's all fine and dandy to hope, but have no expectations.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
I mean, Mike, nothing is both real and imaginary.
He's so fucking deep.
No, but I'm not one of those people. I'm not really into, crystals and all that stuff, but that moon shit.
Demi is.
Did you say
Man,
crystal meth? Yeah. What type of crystals you talk about?
I just watched the end of Breaking Bad. No, I'm talking about, quartz. And
Hey,
all the people
shout
that
out to
get
Better Call
into,
Saul.
rose quartz and all that other shit. And I'm not talking about that, but no, that was one of the first times where like I saw everybody talking about it, and I was like, oh man, yeah, my day sucked.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those, I can't remember the time before that where I had probably like a worse day. It was just one of those weird bad
Definitely
days.
was.
Yeah,
Definitely
well,
was.
for me, I agree. From a driving point of view, nothing was clicking. There was like
Yep.
no money out there, hot spots, honey holes. It was just damn. I need some help. So if you're interested, though, right? Promo codes are somewhere on the
Oh,
Oh,
let 'em
they're
know.
somewhere on the
linked
site.
below.
Links
Link below.
awesome. Yeah, if you want to be a driver, you have any questions, hit up that promo code. I'll get your information, and we'll back and forth. I'll work it out. I will make sure that you get your money. I'll
What's
even
the
show
Uber?
you how to get more money by checking out the rideshareidiot.com.
What's
Say
that
again.
with the 10 billion rides?
10 billion rides. We weren't a part of it because I would have read it, but there were 41 rides on the night last weekend that accounted for the 10 billionth Uber trip. So 10 billion trips have been completed since its inception. Some
How
people
old
think
is- how
it's
old
an
is Uber?
accomplishment. I believe 13 was when it come out, or maybe officially come out.
Yeah.
Really
I'd say
interesting.
yes. I'd say an
Pluses
accomplishment.
and minus. Again, Lyft is only at 5 billion. Their next competitor. Then there's
Who's
other
after Lyft?
companies. It really isn't,
There's gotta be though soon.
Yeah, no, but you're talking about such a small percentage, like
I mean, because it's you got
like market share is like
in the field we're in. You have Uber don't own cars, killing it with cars. Amazon don't own stores,
Yeah.
killing it with stores. Then you have that Airbnb don't own no fucking room, killing it.
Yep.
Army's
But-
got more ships
but
than the Navy.
we need
as
to
well.
know who's the competitors in those fields. They can't be just at one.
I think it's
They're
probably
gonna
the
rise.
industry.
There has
Honestly,
to be a few.
you know the third is probably taxis. Like
That's
good old
exactly.
fucking
I was just about to
taxis, you know?
say yes.
That's probably what it is.
I'm
Yes.
just trying to know for some stocks. I'm trying to get some investments over here.
Well, actually,
See
if you
what's going
want
on.
that, I'm gonna say strongly. Don't forget your reason why I promote the code. Get your money now. Don't think about it for later, because before you know it, future coming upon us. The cars are gonna be autonomous. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be flying. I'm sorry, but
Invest
you
in
know
your gold and
there will be
silver.
no drivers.
Yeah, well,
in
and
due
eventually
time.
too, they're just going to do stronger background checks, and there's going to come to a point where, like you said, maybe it might be the car thing, but they're just going to eventually need less drivers. You know, it might even get to a point where they're doing fucking, assigned. Hey, because you're hired with us, you drive from this period to this period. It might not even be free to drive whenever you want to anymore. Who knows how it's going to grow and change?
Yeah.
But
States are definitely trying to figure out how to get
A couple
Yeah.
years ago, I seen some videos of the future highway system where it's going to be 3-tiered.
Yeah.
And then also it's going to be almost like a train station, but not quite. So actually it's going to be a train station on top of a 3-tiered highway.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do train, but also cars could drive through. And supposedly, either China or Japan, they're going to be the first ones to knock that shit out the box.
Yeah, they got
Nice.
something similar. But if I don't know what it is. I think it's in one of the Batman movies. Is Gotham looks like that,
Oh.
right? Or Metropolis. Sounds like Metropolis.
I could see it.
Precurse.
I think I think that they like test those out in movies and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
right?
This is what it could look like, I definitely feel that. Shit, in Black Panther, man, they had that Underground Railroad message, but also with the whole
electric
I
rail.
saw that movie.
Yeah.
with Musk, you know what I mean? Because he's trying that underground thing.
The Bohr company, yep. Speaking of Bohrs, what's this, Demi Moore? No, who?
No, actually, we're talking about the crystal meth. Demi Lovato and the overdose. I mean, sad
We all know,
news
right?
in the pop entertainment field. Disney star Demi Lovato fallen again. I believe in her Disney days, daughter was a big fan. Cutting herself was the original walk away from the limelight. And a
Yeah.
couple falls, right? This one,
This one they say was heroin.
drug
man.
related. I was about to say drug
Yeah,
related.
heroin overdose.
Because again, there's in this world they get you with the drugs, the alcohol.
Bad
You know.
for these people, though,
Yeah, they make you
because-
feel
Man,
guilty
it's
about
the
yourself.
The Disney stars are not, stranger to this
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
mouse gets
don't
them,
get
man.
into you don't want me getting into the pedo shit.
No,
I'm
but I
telling you.
think I think a lot of it is I think society's. I'm not making her like the victim, but the objectification of women and what it takes to feel like a star, because she's young, attractive woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all have our head issues. You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect her to be perfect. But again, the pressures of stuff like why more and more of these people don't crack is beyond me. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Because it's like be you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you see these people on stage and stuff, and then you see like some of their candid stuff,
Yeah.
they got no eyebrows. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like they got this complete extensions.
Yeah.
Their lips
Yep.
aren't as full, but they got everyone else trying to be like them.
Our minds are all fucked up, and our priorities are all fucked
Bro,
up.
it's
Oh, yeah.
like I swear, I feel like everybody tells me the sky is red when I talk about the Beyonce shit because I'm like, all Beyonce does is talk about being a strong, independent fucking woman. Then Jay-Z cheats on her. Then releases an entire album about fuck this dude. If your man treats you like this, leave him. And then just goes, yeah, I'm going to stay with him, though. I'm going to stay with him. Like, that's the... I just feel like it's such brain fucking washing, and I feel like that's what a lot of Disney kids go through, man.
Yeah,
is that
it
just
is.
brainwashing shit, and that's why a lot of them just lose their fucking mind, you know? But I feel bad for this girl, man. Yeah, OD'd and 6 days ago and is still in the hospital, which means she might not be coming out the same person.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like as in being cloned. And no. I just mean as
no,
in like,
no. Hold on, because we can get into some Paul McCartney shit too. All right. I mean, he was walking down Abbey Road. If you just look at the negatives and flip the album upside down and like, don't mess with me right now. But yeah, no, it's Demi Lovato.
saying,
Like I said, do feel bad.
yeah, and that's the thing too. You've been you OD and you're in the hospital over 6 days. Like I said, she might not come back the same person mentally. You know, that might
Come
not
back
be-
sounding like Cher, looking like Cher. No, that's wrong.
But the other thing too that always fucks with me that I hate is the I'm not saying the support from a thing of I hate the support, and I don't mean the support of like, oh my god, I hope you get better, because I guess a couple months ago, she released a song called Sober about how she relapsed, and all she gets is, oh my god, honey, that's so good for you that you admitted it and you and it's like that's not some hot shit to brag about.
He took the first step.
Exactly. It's one of those like that's not shit to brag about. Like, so I could see somebody in that like fucked up state of like, whoa, I just did drugs and then I admitted it and then people fucking loved it and it caused me a bump in my career.
Yeah.
I'm going back to doing drugs. Like people are fickle like that, especially famous people.
But you know what though? I think that may have been the recipe for what we call classic Americana rock and roll in the 60s and 70s.
Oh yeah,
and that's
sex,
why
drugs, and
yeah.
I think these women have been through shit that they ain't even ready to talk about. Like,
Oh, women in general, absolutely.
I mean, I'm talking about like being like touched and fucked and shit. Like, I mean, we all know she's crazy, Miley Cyrus, but she's been all through that loophole, and she's been talking about Pizzagate, and she so these girls, when they go through the Disney program or any music program, best believe even their parents know that the directors and all these people, they let them know like, yo, your
shit
kids
goes
getting touched.
down.
Yeah. Do you want to be
Signing
about
off
this
on
life?
this?
Exactly.
Actually, something I know getting
You
too
wanna put
far
your
away,
child
but I
through
remember
torment?
I remember hearing a similar interview about the rap industry in the 80s. And talking about, I don't remember the detail, and I have to find it.
Ask Diddy.
They were saying how. Let me take you shopping.
Exhibit's got some good Diddy stories, but go ahead.
No, but how they were talking about how, look, this is basically like how it's going to. Our target audience, what it's going to be about, you know what I'm saying? Those that don't agree, like, you're not going to make it. And the couple of people that were in that meeting were just like, this sounds like a big stronghold move. Yeah. And they never amounted to much, But yeah, I think there's definitely meetings. Again, one day try to find a way to talk to them, but I don't know if I told you guys about the in our own state, you know what I'm saying, the passages we have, Shout out to the Elm City. Shout out to the Elm City. Oh, local
What's
news.
Local news talking about?
What
Just
was the
real
guy?
quick, let me add one thing about that. Speaking about people running stuff, if anybody doesn't know about this, there's a group called Baby Metal, and it's a Japanese fucking heavy metal group that's fronted, and the girls are a little bit older now, but that was fronted by 3 12-year-old girls. And I'm telling you, it's amazing music. Like, it's not like little baby dumb shit. Like, it's amazing fucking heavy metal music with 3 little girls singing, and it's one of those, exactly how you're saying, where you're like, somebody is pulling strings from far, because I'm telling you, they're playing stadiums, like they're playing Beatlemania stadiums, and it's fucking nuts. And like they have the whole show, like it's
trust me,
wild.
But let me ask you,
and they're
this,
all like
it's a
18 now
world.
and shit like that. But it's it's one of those where you can just tell, like, I don't even know if that girl gets paid anything. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But Google Baby Metal. They're insane.
But now, let me ask you this
musicians.
though, similar to like the mystique of like maybe like the Simon Cowell of like putting together the boy band, like there's a
Whoever
super
that
producer
dude was that like put
super
together
producer
NSYNC and
type.
stuff like
Okay,
that.
all right. Yeah,
But
no, that'd be interesting. I
To
wanna
me,
see that,
it feels
though.
like the Japanese government made these people. Like, it's
Well, no, but
insane,
because
bro.
everything's always
They made
bigger
it,
when you
they-
see the
they were in the
Japanese.
tube.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
bigger when you see the Japanese and Chinese do it. It always seems like, you know what I'm saying, like mobs the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I was also thinking was maybe just the slightest bit. Do you think it might be like a technology thing where it's like kind of messing with us? Like it's a really good video.
What do you mean?
Like, is there more on like interviews? Like they have like the strong like fan base.
Bro, they're fucking the biggest thing in the world except for in America.
Yeah.
You know
And what is
I
it
mean?
called?
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
just
It's
look up
called
Baby Metal?
Baby Metal. That's
Okay,
what it's called.
all right.
And it's three
It's my
little
first time hearing
Japanese
of it, but I'll
girls.
check
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like it's a mix of like complete heavy metal and then like pop singing by them. And it sounds amazing. Like it's crazy, but it's one of those, just how you were saying about Disney, it's like these three girls did not make this band. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's one of those, it's clearly put together, but it's fucking amazing. It's like I said, the sheer, like they'll play to like 80,000 people.
Yep.
It's that type of thing,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah,
it's,
they
it's
know
fucking
'em.
nuts. Yeah.
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yep.
That's the type of shit you want to rock some Legion of Doom shoulder pads and roll out with some face paint.
Exactly.
Baby
Good old
Metal,
wrestling
right?
days.
Going to the Baby Metal concert. Who's
But
down?
speaking of wrestling, what's this news about Hogan? He's coming back or he's done or what?
Hulk Hogan got reintroduced into the WWE Hall of Fame that he was kicked out of 3 years
Because of
ago.
Yeah.
how, what, did he pay some ransom money in advance or?
They're trying to get him back in the fold. They're trying
Yeah.
to do the and it's being met with nah, B.
Yeah.
like
What do you mean? He's not going to do it? He is going to get in or
no. He's back in, but
Yes.
and by that
Only
it's
reasons
literally
merchandise, reincorporate his name,
It's
brand.
everybody a money thing.
But him going back
But-
into the WWE Hall of Fame is literally just a press release. It's not a thing. It's not a. They're not doing anything like that.
ratings,
But
stock.
already, like the video that they put out, disabled the comments on it. WWE
Yeah.
did this. Disabled the comments on it. Already, 4 different black wrestlers have come out of like, listen, yes, he deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Obviously, Hulk Hogan deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Other than that, we want nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
He's
Because
almost the Pete Rose of wrestling or no?
wow.
Close
I would
to
say
it?
yeah. I would say. I mean, obviously he
be.
didn't do that.
Well, yeah,
bad,
yeah,
but I mean,
gambling-
just
gambling
the way
and
of being the one guy,
shunned,
not being
shunned,
yeah.
completely shunned. Yeah, and well, because part of the huge problem is he goes around and he makes apology speeches. He does his apology tour, and his apology
How many
is,
times can you apologize?
but he's not apologizing. He's doing shit where he's like. You know, be honest with you, I didn't know I was being recorded. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, you
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that
yeah,
you don't,
yeah.
that you're not
Yeah,
racist
yeah.
and you don't say the N-word in your
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
life.
You say
That's
you
what
learned
it
a
is.
lesson.
And it's an all dollar, like you said. Ultimately, it's a dollar thing just for him
Yeah.
to appear on the site. But now, like you said, I'm sure anything with him.
Wait, so
comments
people
would be
are
disabled.
paying Hulk Hogan for Hulk Hogan to apologize to them? So all these places where he's talking, people got to pay for a ticket to watch him
No,
apologize?
I'm not saying that. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I-
But
I-
I do know that he's going
basically
around
he's got
on
the
a,
privilege to say the name WWE,
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about the accolades, and
he's back in
He's
the
got the
good
Godfather
graces
Yeah.
of WWE.
Exactly.
That's what it is, and I think WWE is going to understand that it's not good. Like he's not going to be able to go out in front of a
I
crowd
feel
and have them
bad
not
for Hogan
lose
right
their
now, though,
mind.
because honestly, I think they're going to pull a warrior on his ass, bro. Like,
Heart attack him up.
as soon as you get in the fucking Hall of Fame, you want to be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, no, he's
That
in-
means you gotta die.
he's
he
been
was in it
there
for a long time. And when he did all that, they kicked him out. And then it's been 3 years
Well,
since
let me
that
ask you
tape
this.
came out, and they just put him back in. But I feel you though.
part of this.
If he dies
man.
next week, I mean, but we have to make a song, so don't fucking get too hype about it.
But
Oh,
speaking
shit.
of, so with this reinstatement, does and I don't know if you know, does this include appearances as well? Then is that part of the deal? Then does he want to wrestle again? That's
Of
my
course,
main
he
question
definitely-
is just
he
to wrestle
does.
again.
He does, but I
does.
don't think it's ever going to happen because, like,
I think people want to wrestle him. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying I think that.
no, but what I believe is I don't think that the WWE knew that their audience was like, fuck Hulk Hogan. Like,
Yeah,
they think,
yeah.
like, oh, yeah, we got that Southern fan
Right,
base
yeah.
that doesn't care that he said the N-word and all that
Yeah.
stuff, but it's like,
no,
people
but,
in general, yes, there's a lot of people that are stupid, but people in general are just like, yeah, no, that shit's not cool. No, like, what
Yeah.
you did is not cool.
Can he never come out to "I am a real American" again? Like, he's not a real American, right? Or is he? I mean,
well, actually,
I mean,
I
I'm
think
sure he
that's I think
can.
the rights to that song he no longer owns. I
I'm
think
sure
he's still-
WWE owns it. You know what I mean?
I was Rick Springfield. If I was him, I'd be holding on to that. That's probably. You know what I'm saying? Come
Or
on.
they still lease it, I'm sure. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But to my thing is, he's going to go into the ring if it ever happens.
Yeah.
And the
I think
chance
they're gonna
of
do.
you're a racist are going to be so fucking strong that he's going to
might
drop
be-
the mic
That's
and walk
my
out.
question.
Yeah.
Is if he does
Dog,
go in
that-
the ring,
that was definitely
what will
possible.
be his music?
He still
I'm
does.
sure
he's-
it's going to be that. The dun, dun, dun,
You think
dun,
so?
Yeah,
dun,
he still
dun.
does.
Yeah, it would be normal.
He's been
fucking-
red and yellow boa. Last tour, he's been red and yellow, right?
But in my opinion, that's still years down the road if he's still alive because
no one cares about that.
Because what they did, they made that announcement. We're letting Hulk Hogan back in. He did a backstage apology that was not videotaped, to the wrestlers and all shit like that. And just off that, everyone's like, "Fuck you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just off that, everyone's like, "Fuck you."
So
we don't want to
for
see
his
you.
own
Stay the fuck. And people are like, "Yo, put him back in the WWE Hall of Fame. Yes, he belongs in the Hall of Fame. He's Babe Ruth. Regardless if Babe Ruth was racist, all that shit.
Yeah.
He belongs there. Put him there. Leave him the fuck alone. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with him.
Give him his closet. You know?
See, he still wants to wrestle, though. I bet you that's.
I'm
Right?
sure he does.
Because he's been
You know
put.
what I
I
mean?
don't think so. By the way you described it, I don't think the public is pushing for this. I really think
Only
Camp
way I
Hogan
can
was
see
pushing hard.
Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
doing-
think it's bottom line. I think it's money. It probably
Yeah.
affected the merchandise. He's got what, 2 or 3 shops.
How old is he?
60
60, yeah.
something.
Okay.
60 something, definitely.
Is there like a MMA fighting league for 60-year-olds? Because that's the only place I can see Hogan right now.
Bellator, yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah,
Bellator.
like
No,
I would,
but
I would love to see Hogan go real deal for his last.
I don't think he
Dude,
ever
his
could
two
have.
back,
years.
He's one of those dudes.
Back
That's,
and knees
he's
would
one of
be
those that's
done.
had like 16 back surgeries.
Yeah.
He couldn't fucking.
You have to cater so much to
Hogan's
that
better
match.
off making a Twitch account playing video games.
Could and talking about it, really,
He's
yeah.
better off buying WrestleMania, making his own character.
Oh my god! Honestly, he'd be better off selling tickets to like watch WrestleMania 4 with him. Just like
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
exactly. Yeah,
real.
seats with Hogan. Yeah, that's what he
Seats
needs
with
to.
Hogan. Holy shit.
Yeah, but see,
Hogan,
those
you
are the
hearing that?
mistakes in life. I think was it Linda? You know what I'm saying? I think she
His
got a
wife?
sweet
McMahon?
deal, right?
Oh, Linda.
I think just the pitfalls.
his
because-
wife was one of those like where you see that situation where you're like, I wouldn't have blamed you if you killed your wife. Like she divorced him, took most of his money, and like married one of their son's friends. Like,
yeah. And then like rode by on the boat, right?
Yeah, that's wild.
Like with her titties
It
out.
was
And
crazy.
shit.
I know. Yeah,
yeah.
truth.
It was bad.
Yeah.
But no, that'll be a interesting thing going
But
forward.
you'd think that he
'cause I
could have
know-
got his own, wrestling league. You know what I'm saying? Like if he had done his money right, he could have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But I
could've.
think he, like you said, he wants it. He
needs it. This is his life. He dies
exactly.
with the movie The Wrestler. Now he's not
Exactly.
quite Mickey Rourke's guy, but this is in his
No,
head
but,
he is.
but he wants what he wants is to headline another
One last
WrestleMania
hurrah.
and die on the last leg drop. And
Yes.
that's it. You know what
Yes.
I mean?
he's gonna eat his own dick like McAfee.
Yeah.
Speaking of McAfee,
And he
end of the
knew.
month, he remember and end of July he thought Bitcoin would be 15,000. He's
That's
obviously
this month. That's
And it-
this July.
I thought we were like years away, but I'm not ready
too.
for this.
no. So it's either
That's
then
this
he's.
July.
Get your soul.
I thought it was gonna be this July, or he might push it to end of August, but he's way off.
Isn't that fucking?
But,
hilarious? Like,
I know.
guys,
Next
guys,
month,
guys,
next
guys, guys. Before I eat my dick, just
But
give me another month.
I just wanted to get to that before the show's end. The last minute little crypto talk. Watch out for the bull trap. You know it's gonna get to what is it right now? 8,000.
8-1.
8-1. It's been dancing around 8-3, 8-1,
It
7-9.
dropped to 7-8 today.
Yep. So
But
people
it's
have
81
been
now.
taking the profits. We've been talking about that before. DYOR looking to
If
the
you wanna
Bitcoin
do-
dropping down to 4,000. So if you do have money invested, you might want to take your profit and wait for the next drop. You know.
Get ready. I heard some good, some promising. What was that again, though? Because I thought I heard something. So
bull
you
trap.
said dropping to 4,000.
Yes.
Okay. And then I actually heard something. Well, I don't know if I should say or maybe talk about it off the air, but there was a trigger buying point. So I don't know. For some people, it
That's-
might be 4,000. Am I allowed to say what I think I
Lately,
heard?
the buying points has been.
I might send out some fake news. You want me to do that, or it might be
you
truth?
Do it. I'll send it with
All
you.
right.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just telling you. 37 is a
Okay.
magic number. Okay.
I actually heard a 3.5. So yeah,
Okay.
3.7, 3.5.
So yeah. So if you got any shekels, let a little shekels, rupees.
Yes,
What
folks.
else? Deniers.
Rubles.
Rubles.
Speaking of the ruble, that's gonna actually go up in price soon. Russia's been making big moves against America. They've been dropping their U.S. Treasury debt.
Are you going to sit here and tell me
Uh,
that Trump and Putin are not best
Collusion!
friends?
So
Well, yeah,
they've
just
been
so-
buying massive amounts of gold. They know something. China's been buying massive amounts of gold. They're backing away from the U.S. dollar and the petrol. They know the U.S. dollar is soon to collapse. Shout out to Bitcoin taking over the world.
The U.S. dollar has sucked for a minute.
Yeah,
And
I
that's the
know,
thing is,
I
too,
know.
is if there's another,
It was about to collapse on Ron Paul's last run for office.
Yeah.
That's
This
why
is
I'm
not
upset.
financial advice either. Obviously.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, if I tell you to buy, if you follow the theme of the show and the shit that I've been dropping, if you have not been following along, you're as broke as the guy complaining.
I do
if you
agree,
listen
though.
to what I've been saying and had, as Mick Foley would like to say, the testicular fortitude to proceed with a mature decision, you got some bank right now.
If you came to the show for crypto, it's the last minute of the show. 3,700. That's the spot to hit it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say once again, I am Chedda Mike. Shout out to the Google Plus Squad, Supreme Steam Team.
2020, Lil.
No. 2028. 2028. I'm gonna try to go against Kanye.
Oh, okay.
And Google Plus Steam Team. You know, Twitter, links down below. I just want to say we love y'all.
He's making us have to go.
Well, it is our show.
He said, I'm shutting this shit down.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
But yeah, I'm just a driver, the rideshare idiot. I mean, I guess we're coming up to a close. If that works, the rideshareidiot.com. This is 3-piece and
Episode
a biscuit.
28.
Episode 28
Means leadership, independence, diplomacy,
Strength.
Yeah, it was that numerology, right? Google that. DYOR. You'll love the scent.
Once again, 203-941-0045. If you guys want to hit this hotline, call or text, drop us some knowledge. Let us know what you got going on. Let us know. Let us know what's up, man. Little Mattress on all social media for me. LILMATTRESS.
We
episode
had no more
28.
voicemails today, right? We had
No more
shout out.
voicemails for today.
It's
New.
all right. It's all right. We're gonna get another one.
Episode 28. Peace.